everyone, to the Stove's first show of the semester, STONKS After Dark. We're so grateful to all of you shareholders for joining us here tonight as we tackle some professional, some financial, and some comedic endeavors. We promise to do our best in this pitch for you all. We have a great show, and that all starts with a great host. Everybody give it up for tonight's host, Ria Subramanian.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that someone finally gave me a captive audience because something's been weighing on me for a while. So thank you for being here. And I just want to start off by saying, like, I'm a feminist. Okay, like I make monthly donations to Planned Parenthood. Sometimes I don't even wear mascara, and I'm like really on and off with the leg shaving. So like I'm a feminist, okay? And like every person should. I think that catcalling is terrible. It's so demeaning and objectifying, and I think it's kind of symbolic of the kind of like white male entitlement and privilege in our society, right? So like catcalling is the worst. But has it ever happened to you where like you're with a friend and they get catcalled and you don't? Like one time I was walking out from the subway, right, with my roommate, and this guy and his friend, they yell at us, "Oh, okay, I see you. Hey, my cousin's throwing a party tonight and you and your fine ass are invited." And so my friend and I both yelled out, "Thank you," because that's what you do, right? When someone invites But this man, he yells back while he points at my friend. I was talking to her. Okay. First of all, you motherfucker, why are you telling everybody about your cousin's party if everyone's not invited? It's like, I mean, it's not like he just ignored me and went on with his day, right? He wanted me to know that he wasn't talking to me. Like I'm not good enough to go to this street man's cousin's party. It's so humbling when that happens to you. Like, yeah, I want to walk down the street without being, harassed. But like, if you're gonna harass one woman, why don't you harass everyone? Call it harassment, like, I don't know, like in elementary school, if you didn't bring enough snacks for everyone, then don't fucking share, right? If you bring enough sexism for everyone, then shut the fuck up. Picking and choosing which woman you want to invite to your stupid cousin's party. Anyway, this show has an actual theme, and I believe it is stonks. So now I guess I have to talk about that. But, I mean, to be honest, I don't know how the fucking stock market works. You know why? Because I'm not a fucking virgin. No. Look at me. I have bangs, okay? I'm way too pretty to know what a short squeeze is. And more importantly, I have too much dignity to be walking around saying the word short squeeze. Honestly, like the only thing that's appealing to me about this whole like GameStop situation is, I mean, finally, the Gabelli School of Business has to admit that they're majoring in some made up shit. Like, it's never really a great thing for your entire life trajectory when some dudes on the internet can basically do what you do, but better. They didn't have to go into debt to learn how to do it. Well, I know, dunking on drug-addled Gabelli majors is always a fun and fresh time, but I think we really do overlook, the possibilities provided by the wonderful members of Stove's cabin crew. So instead of rambling on about how they're all eventually going to have to physically fight each other for a single cast opening on SNL, how they're all really just dying slowly on the inside. Why don't we just go ahead and get started? I think first up we have Julianne Holmquist with a sketch.
Woo! Woo! Yes.
Turning in for final approach.
Whatever you say, Stove.
Sorry, honey, we don't take solicitors. Oh, Janie, I am so sorry. I almost didn't recognize you. Oh, that's okay, Mrs. Johnson. I just saw that Raymond wasn't in third period today, so I thought that I would bring by some of his homework. Oh, that is so sweet of you, honey. You are always thinking about our Raymond. Not always. But he has the most terrible stomach bug right now, and I really wouldn't want you to catch it. My mom just dropped me off, and she should be coming back to pick me up in like 10 or 15 minutes, so I could wait here, or... I mean... He's just resting right now, so it would be great if you could just, well, I can just wait outside. Yes, perfect, yes. And I will tell Raymond you came by. Okay, so sweet of you.
Hey, you! Get out of town.
What?
Hey, the sign says no solicitors here.
We give to the church.
Keep up the good work. You kids inspire me.
Thanks.
I do not have time to talk about the environment right now.
What are you, PETA or something?
No, I'm just waiting for my mom to pick me up.
Sorry, I just assumed because of everything about you.
Hey, how about you recycle this? Ugh.
Get off my lawn, you stupid freaking Girl Scout!
Tough neighborhood, am I right? Tell me about it. You can say that again. Oh hey, my mom's here.
Hi, everyone. Wow, give it up for the sketch by Julianne, and also the monologue our host gave that accurately depicted, I think, how everybody in Stoves feel. Huge round of applause.
Yes.
Woo!
Some love in the chat already, especially from Maddie Castello. Dynamic cast in your video, Julianne. Wow, such an amazing process.
Yeah, it was a long, long search. We auditioned hundreds of people.
Wow, amazing, fantastic.
Keep popping off in the chat, everybody. We love the comments.
Yeah, the chat really makes this all worthwhile. But I think we have something exciting coming up next. Rhea, what do we have?
We have a stand-up set by Sejani right now. So very exciting.
Yes!
Johnny! Woo, Johnny!
Yeah!
All right, this is a little bit that I like to call white people doing brown people shit. So the past few years has resulted in a lot of trends, one of which is white people trying to be as cultured as possible while maintaining their privilege. Guess everyone got tired of living off a casserole. But first of all, basmati rice? No. Come on, it's basmati. Okay, if you can say Daenerys Targaryen and hors d'oeuvres, it starts with a fucking H, you can say basmati correctly. We also talk about how when I was typing fucking Daenerys Targaryen, it auto-corrected, but for the past 20 years, I've had a red line under my name and turn it in, copyright strikes my last name. Apparently, autocorrect thinks that Westeros is real, but India isn't. Newsflash, turn it in. There are more Patels in America than there are Americans with common sense. Not only are white people trying to colonize food with seasoning now, white people have me questioning myself if I'm brown enough. Becky with the spray tan looks 10 shades darker than me now, and I'm wondering if I stand next to her in Washington State, will I get to ask a cop why I was pulled over? I was a little behind. Washington State has declared Asian Americans as white. You know, with Scarlett Johansson being our only representation in American media, I never thought we'd get the chance. But thank God I'm white now, because now I can get away with putting my failures on a flagpole and making it my personality. I mean, can you imagine if I walked around India waving the flag of the British Empire? Or if I walked in front of my mom waving a B+? Speaking of, can white people stop expecting brown people to be smart? Like, we already get enough of that from our parents. We don't need it from you. Just let me be dumb and lazy. And no, Chad, me being Asian is not an excuse to not do your group project slides. On the topic of not being brown enough, though, let's talk about yoga. So I went to a yoga class and I had no idea what the fuck they were saying. And the instructors were talking about Shavasana and other Sanskrit words. And I'm just looking around, not knowing what they mean, even though every fucking middle-aged white lady knows exactly what she's talking about. And yeah, these are the same white ladies that are going to get a chai tea and naan bread after class. Every time someone hears that I'm Indian, they're like, your culture is so beautiful. First of all, I'm not just brown. Like, do people just look at me and go, hey, that's a female Baljeet up in here? And then they go and make fun of us for being cow worshippers and then shit on Indian accents. If you love Indian culture so much, maybe don't erase it by going on mission trips to help. Or at least don't ask if I'm a feather Indian or a dot Indian when you're going to go to Coachella and we're both. Was Coachella created by Columbus? Because they really took Indian culture and desecrated both. Like, people are really going to talk about appreciating Indian culture and then learn the basics from a white lady on YouTube that thinks lighting sage will cleanse her racism. I mean, the other day, I saw a video on TikTok saying, wow, I wonder where the bodies of my past lives are. And everyone in the comments was like, OMG, wow, so profound. I wonder if I can go see their graves. Their graves? You mean their graves that have Bible quotes and a cross on them? You're telling me that you as a Christian believe you were reincarnated, because last time I checked, both in Buddhism and in Hinduism, the two most popular religions that believe in reincarnation, clearly mention that you have to be cremated in order for you to move on to the next life. You have a higher chance of your past life being in your N95 than some fucking graveyard next to a church. How are y'all gonna say you appreciate brown culture and then wear shoes in the house? Like, New York City is so gross. The snow water is literally black and you're just gonna walk around your house with that fucking residue, and then white people be complaining, oh, I wear shoes in the house because my house is fucking dirty, or like the floors are dirty. You know, if you didn't wear shoes in the first place, you wouldn't have to mop every day, Emily. But excuse me while I move to Washington to redeem my basic economy white privilege pass.
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah. Woo.
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, another round of applause for Sajani. Seriously sharp wit always from Sajani's sets. And yes, I think that we have time to move on to the next thing.
And that is a game that was totally not forced because of the theme. LinkedIn Prov. Woo!
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you've been to any of our shows, you may remember a little game called My Movie. It's a little similar to that. What we're going to do is we're going to get some initials from our chatters right now in the chat. And we're going to use those initials to turn it into a company name, like GME perhaps. And we're going to make some improv out of it and hope it goes well. So I am going to start with our dear favorites, Charlie and Juliana. Get on up here.
Woo!
Woo! And your initial suggestion from our dear president, ex-president, sorry, Maddie Castello, MC.
Medieval Catering.
Medieval Catering LLC.
Let's see. I've got 14 containers of the mutton, rack of lamb. Oh wait, sorry. There's the plague cart back there. If you want to lay the bodies out after that.
Okay.
But I think we've got all the food products here. Yeah,
Okay.
that's all one food groups.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Do you think we have enough space though? It's like we have that like rolly mattress thing like taking up half the room. And I really want to make sure we have enough of like real estate for all this stuff. You know, it's like.
Yeah, no, totally. I understand, Jake, 100% what you're saying. I'm just trying to think of the moat for how we're setting up this space.
Yeah, like
And,
there's the alligators in it, and then the swans just like right next to it. So you need enough space so like the alligators don't, you know.
Jake, I'm going to be honest with you.
Tell me,
I know you haven't really been looking at the company finances lately, but we're a little bit in the red. And by a little bit in the red, I mean a lot of bit in the red. We're probably going to have to sell off all of our assets after this, but Jake, if we can make one last good medieval themed party for these random cosplayers, it would mean the world to them, and it would mean the world to me too.
I'll do that for you, Dan. And then I promise the Black Plague will be here and it will all be okay again. A third of the company will be gone. Profits are going to spread. It's going to be
Jake,
a much greater margin, I promise.
You got the vials of the Black Plague?
I got you.
You know I've been looking for them.
Black Plague.
Can we put it on the mutton, Jake?
Yes, we can. Do you want to do the lamb or the goat?
Ugh, you know me, goat.
Oh, the greatest of all time, obviously. Okay, so, but before we start celebrating, Dan, we really, really need to make sure we have enough space for this, because I don't know if you noticed, but the alligators are starting to crawl out of the moat because they can smell the mutton, and that's like a no-no. So we need to, like, you know, fix that situation. So what do you got for me?
All right, well, Jake, I tell you what, here's, this is just what I'm throwing out there.
Okay.
This is only one room of this small apartment that we're, catering to right now. I think we just leave this one behind, let the alligators sort that out, and poison the next rack of mutton.
I think that's an excellent plan, and it's cost effective. Okay, let's get out of here.
Woo!
Woo!
Yee.
Casey, we can't hear you.
Darn it. Hi.
Wait.
Okay, so we're going to have Natalie and Hannah up next, and our suggestion is from Meg S, and her initials are MKS.
Ooh, great.
Can we get a suggestion?
Yes.
I have a suggestion, which I know is a break from the form. It's a company called Many Kind Strangers, and it is like a dating app, but instead of dating, it's just about like gatherings of people to stumble upon, which might sound like something that already exists, but I swear this is different.
Hey, Deborah, listen, we, as the lead coder of this app, I have had a lot of, what is it called? Standards for you. And, yes. I noticed a few bugs in the code, and it's really weird because for some reason on our Meeting Kind Strangers app,
yep.
Once the people meet the kind strangers, they don't become strangers anymore. So they become something further, and the code seemed to glitch and make them meaner.
Oh, okay.
And I was just wondering if there was any way, because I've heard a lot of mean comments from these not so nice acquaintances, is probably what the next step is.
Okay.
We kind of want to bring that up to more of a positive aspect, because they make a shit ton of your mama jokes, and they're salty. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
I mean, Janice, when you brought me on as your assistant, I was like through the roof, so excited to take this project on. Mm-hmm. And I have been looking at the chat features, and the Yo Mama jokes are like, they're getting more and more personal. Like, I'm sure you're aware, like, people are actually sending people photos of the other person's mother. And like, that is just like, I don't think what Many Kind Strangers is about. But like, here's what I will say real quick. I know you want to like boost it up and up on the positive, but I think that, like, you're millennial, I'm Gen Z, blah. But like, I think like Gen Zers really like this mean content. So like, maybe the positive is like positive mean, like make it more.
Okay. So like a little mix of cynicism, a little narcissism, because I feel like that's the Gen Z crowd. A little bit kiss narcissist, but also roll in with like, you know how, okay, my daughter, who's also Gen Z somehow because of genetics and whatnot, basically has been telling me that the new sense of humor now is to just be absolutely rude, be belligerent and violent.
Yes.
And that it's a joke. It's all a joke. You just got to read between the lines.
Tear down your friends. That's certainly a joke, and not something that my real friends did to me this week when they kicked us out of our loft. But
I know.
No, sorry. Yes, a joke. Yep. Yes. Tammy, your daughter, and I, we talk about this all the time in this place that we certainly still live in together and didn't get.
Yeah, you guys are great roommates, and I've heard all the arguments that are obviously all laughs.
Oh, yes.
So
they're jokes. Yep.
Yeah, real jokes.
Yes.
Because that's the Gen Z humor, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So I see what you're coming from with that. I think we should further develop that more.
Okay,
and,
I think so too. I'm gonna go like run, see if I can get some like prototypes done, and like not go cry in the bathroom.
Please.
Like, certainly not gonna do that.
Oh well.
Okay.
I'll see you there.
Okay.
Bye.
Woo! Okay.
Yes.
Woo!
And our last couple is Marielle and Allie. Now, one of our favorite chatters, Mike Brennan, is here. He did not suggest his own initials. He suggested SOB. I have no idea what that stands for, but give it a go, guys.
SOB, give us our company.
Surely Overboard.
Surely Overboard. Got it. Cool. Hi, welcome to Surely Overboard. My name is Crystal. Stay groovy. How may I help you today?
Yeah, hi. I actually wanted to book an appointment with your company for me, my 17 children, my 18 in-laws. Is that possible? There's going to be like 70 of us in total.
Yeah, so that would be a group booking for Surely Overboard, where we take you on a cruise ship and push you off.
Yeah.
So I think for this group of, is this a family reunion, birthday, grandma's birthday?
No, we all live together. We kind of just need to get out of the house.
Oh, gotcha. So that would be our group fam package. So that would be where we take you on a Disney cruise liner, and we just get like a tarp, and we just like pile you guys on and like right over.
Yeah. So which one's cheaper?
Well, so our prices range from like $5, where we just shove you off a dock, to just like your group booking. This would be around $5,000, but since you're booking at a group, you book like 6 months in advance. I could give you like $1 off.
Okay. So how do I bring it down to like $5? Like, I think I have a coupon somewhere.
Oh, you have a coupon?
I have a coupon.
Cool. Like Unidays. We used to do like in-house couponing, but now we just like get the codes through Unidays. So like, if you have, are you a student?
Sure. Does that make it cheaper?
Student? Yeah, if you use your school email, you can get a Unidays account, and it'll be like 75% off. But unfortunately, my manager only has the code to like manually put in coupons. I can only scan Unidays. But like you said, your family is about you said 18 plus.
Yeah, it's closer to 70 when you add in like all the in-laws and everyone.
Okay, yeah. Does one of your in-laws have a Unidays? We can double.
They might.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna go call them and see if they do. So I'm gonna go give them a call. I'll be back in like 3 to 7 business days.
Oh, cool. All right. Stay groovy, stay overboard, because this is Surely Overboard.
Woo!
Yes!
Woo! And that was Licked Improv. Woo!
Business.
Another round of applause for Charlie, Juliana, Natalie, Hannah, Marielle, and Allie. Woo!
To the moon!
To the moon!
Oh, wow.
All right.
Fantastic. New form and something else new tonight. Rhea?
Yep, and up next, we have our lyrical guest, Jacob, reciting a poem. So everybody, a little applause. For
Yes!
Woo! Woo!
Hey everybody, I'm Jacob. I hope you're in the mood for some love poetry. This one is called the Unnamed Moon Poem. Around and around these waves carry me, marrying me to the shores of a time better than before. For of you and of me, and of the idea of we, under a blazing sun every week, these salty seas call to reason, peachy fascination, ripples carrying 2 foreign souls to the same sweet waters. Jump on board, bold crashing waves, tossed around like hazy memories of crazy days. A cold moon pulling distant memories together. Warm, untamed, unnamed knowledge rolling. No worries, no cares, hearts beating with glee, electrifying, terrifying, exhilaration, breaking motion. Tangy mango talk teases new beginnings. The smell of salt, sun-dried hair, locks of restless recklessness covering youthful eyes. This fruit basket, fantastic. Life imitating artful falling and rising, waning and waxing, water reaching, moonlight breaching. Just quality time spent together. Letting words slip, kick off, a rolling relationship, going with the flow. Now I'm kicking back, relaxing, hammock swaying, shooting the breeze with someone I hardly even know. Finishing each other's sentences, cliche, sublime, sun rays, lime in my tea, smooth stillness, tells all. No words need be said, nor thoughts thought. Eyes lock, smiling. Three little birds by the doorstep, exhausted by the morning, but still in this perfect Kiwi dream. Thank you.
Woo!
All right.
Woo!
That was fantastic.
Heart
And
emojis.
David might have said to the moon before, but we realized there's a moon reference in your poem, and I think the moon gets us all in the mood for love. So thank you for that. Casey, I believe we're going to take a quick little intermission right now.
Yep. We have a raffle tonight. You can win a Target gift card, a Books Inc. gift card, or an Earth Hero gift card. All you have to do is open up the description of our video. The link's all the way down at the bottom. You do not need to be a Fordham student. You just need to know a Fordham student. Fill out the Google Doc and stay till the end, and we will let you know if you've won. Also, if you enjoyed especially our LinkedIn prob, most of our LinkedIns are in the description. So instead of donating tonight, you can endorse each and every one of us on LinkedIn.
Yes!
For a good cause.
All right, so we're going to give you about 5 minutes if you'd like to fill out the Google form, or again, endorse us on LinkedIn. We'll see you soon.
you enjoyed your Google form break and that it allowed you to think about the dreams of the things you would buy if you won one of our 3 amazing gift cards. We have some exciting stuff in the rest of the show. Charlie, do you want to tell us a little bit more about what's coming next?
All right, Natalie, I'll let you in on the scoop.
Oh.
We have a fantastic sketch coming up by the lovely Layla. Would admire so dearly, fantastic, hilarious, mildly frightening, just an absolute treasured member of the club. And I'm for one, I'm excited to see it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Woo!
Woo!
Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties. Can you guys see me at all? Can you see me?
I cannot see you.
But not anymore.
Okay. Can you guys see me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Woo!
Right. The show goes on to the moon.
Well, howdy everyone. My name is Jen Narek, host, and I would just like to wish you a warm welcome back to Questionably Evolved Animals of New York, the interview show that is a blatant ripoff of Brandon Stanton's immeasurably more popular series, Humans of New York. Now, last week we had a lot of fun hearing from one of the black squirrels of Central Park. Today, we have a guest that is just as exciting and even more questionable. Everybody give it up for Johnny Siegel, the New York City Seagull.
Yeah! Woo! I love Johnny Siegel.
Hey, all right. It's me, Johnny Siegel. That's Siegel, Siegel, not to be confused with seagull, the species to which I belong. But you could tell that from the difference in pronunciation. Seagull. Thank you for having me on the show.
Well, thank you for being here, Mr. Siegel. It's great to have you here.
Call me Johnny, why don't you? We're all friends here, ain't we? Nah, but it really is good to be here. Us New York City Seagulls gotta represent, you know. We're often overlooked.
Actually, Mr. Siegel, that's right where I wanted to start the interview. Now, as you know, this series is in fact called Questionably Evolved Animals of New York. My question for you is this. Why the fuck do you live in the Hudson River? That shit is so nasty.
You know, Jen, I'm glad you asked me this question. You know, within the GGP, the global gull population, that is, we Hudson gulls are a minority. Fuckers hate us. It's always, what are you doing swimming in the Hudson in January? And you smell terrible. And give me back my goddamn panini, you stinking sky rat. Well, I'll tell you, sometimes a gulls gotta eat. And the Hudson ain't even that bad.
Isn't it, though?
Freaking no! The Hudson is full of wonders. Just the other day, I found a free COVID vaccine just floating around up for grabs. And boy, did I grab it fast. Now I'm immune.
You grabbed a needle out of the Hudson and used it on the basis that you thought it was the COVID vaccine?
Boy, did I! And let me tell you, I slept like a baby the day I took it. It knocked me right out. That's how I knew it worked. Just proof that the Hudson doesn't deserve the bad rap it gets from all these newcomers.
Right. So, Mr. Siegel, you mentioned that you consider yourself and your brethren, the other Hudson gulls, to be minorities. Mm-hmm. You must experience a lot of prejudice. If I may ask, what do you have to say to those people who say things like seagulls are just the rats of the sky?
Hell with those bastards. They ain't got a clue about nothing. Us Hudson Gulls is the blueprint. You know what I like to say? Those guys got it all wrong. Gulls aren't the rats of the sky. Rats are the gulls of the sewers. And we deserve respect and recognition.
Well, Johnny, I can only hope that our program gives you or helps you and the other Hudson Gulls to receive that respect and recognition. It's been great hearing from you tonight, but it looks like our time is about up. With that, do you have any parting remarks for our audience, Mr. Siegel?
Yeah, I got 3 things to say. Number 1, to all those other snooty beach seagulls out there, get out of town, bozos! Hudson Gulls reign supreme. Number 2, to all the bozo rats out there, quit playing and admit you'll never be anything but a Hudson Gull knockoff.
Mr. Siegel, if you could be a little more respectful.
And number 3, screw de Blasio. Everything's his fault. The city's in shambles like I've never seen. Get that rat out of
And that
office.
concludes our show for the night. Thanks so much for being here, Mr. Siegel. And to our dedicated viewers, be sure to tune in next week when we will be interviewing the only surviving fish from those stagnant streams in Central Park. Spoiler alert, he ate all the other ones. Thanks for watching.
Woo!
Woo!
Yes.
Fantastic. Always love to get a little bit of insight into what the animals of New York are up to. Up next, we actually have someone who has something really important to talk to you about. It's your father.
Hey, champ. You're getting older now, and I think it's time we had a little talk. Don't worry, I'm not gonna make this any more awkward than it needs to be. You might be confused by some of the changes that have sort of been happening. Believe me, at first I was confused too. Jeez. How do I say this? Son, your dad's a cuck. That's right. Your mother has been cucking me right there across the hall in our master bedroom. Now, you might find this a little weird or gross even, but I assure you, cuckolding is a perfectly natural, perfectly healthy expression of physical love between a husband and a wife, and her personal trainer, Dominic. Dominic is your mother's bull. Huh? Isn't he like 19 years old? Yes, he is. Dominic might be half my age, but he's twice my length, thrice my girth, and 10 times the man I'll ever be. He tells me. Why am I telling you all this? Well, son, I have to tell you this because one day, when the time's right and you're ready, you're gonna meet someone, and she might cuck you too. Is that you don't want to be a cuck? Oh, hey, dude, it's always scary when you're starting out. I remember the very first time your mother cucked me, I freaked out. But over time, you get used to it, and eventually you'll learn all the ins and outs of how to be a respectful spectator. But to start you off, let me teach you a few of my tips and tricks. Now, there may come a time when you're sitting there watching, and you find yourself unsure what to do with your hands. Now, you have a couple options here. Let me demonstrate. Pretend this is your mother. And this is me. And this is Dominic. And I can tell from that look on your face exactly what you're thinking. And the answer is yes, I did make these myself. I've gotten pretty into arts and crafts lately. Now, let's say that Dominic is laying down on our Tempur-Pedic, and your mother is on top, riding bareback. And I'm oh, hey, buddy. It's okay to cry. You know, your old man cries too sometimes. Yep. I'm not ashamed to say that the very first time I had to sit in the corner of the bedroom and watch Dominic rail the living daylights out of the love of my life, your mother, my wife, I cried. And initially, yes, it was a sad cry. But over time, as I witnessed the prowess with which Dominic was satisfying her, they became happy tears. Because the most important thing, son, is making sure the woman is happy. And you'll know it when you see it. Her eyes roll back, you see her body quiver, and you hear her scream out Dominic's name. Now that's good cucking. Oh, that must be the movers. Forgot to mention, Dominic is moving in. He's gonna be shacking up with your mom in the master bedroom, and I'm gonna be moving in here to bunk with you. That for a happy 10th birthday present.
Yes.
Wow.
That was so good.
Amazing.
Dad's really not afraid to have the difficult conversations with us all.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, thanks, Dad. You might be asking, how do we follow that? And to that, I'm going to pass it to David.
Right, thank you for the helpful advice, Dad. We'll take that to heart.
Anytime.
How about a tropical getaway, folks, to a game called Stove's Island? So this is an original and not really original improv long-form game we're going to play here. It has two parts, basically. First part's a monologue. We're going to get a one-word suggestion here, one-word suggestion, preferably from the YouTube chat. If we could do that, might be a delay, but I think we're willing to wait for you guys. One-word suggestion, one of our players are going to make a monologue, a true story monologue that's happened to them in their life. Could be something they believe, a story. And based on that monologue, we are going to do a mono scene. That's a improv scene in one location. Let's get those suggestions in the chat. When someone has an idea, pop on up and we'll get this train rolling. Huh? And keep popping off in the chat, people. You're doing great. Mike Brennan, we appreciate you.
In the meantime, while you're all popping off in the chat with those one-word suggestions for this improv set, just want to give a shout out to everybody who is currently popping off. Of course, Mike Brennan always gets, oh, there you go, David.
Well, our MVP in the chat has gifted us Waterfall, and we will take his gift. The suggestion is Waterfall.
I think I have a monologue about a waterfall. So to those who might not know, I'm Brazilian. I just moved to New York this week. And in my town in northern Rio, there is a really, really beautiful river that once it reaches the city, it becomes disgusting, but you know. And before it reaches the city, there's this wonderful national park with a bunch of waterfalls that basically became human soup during the summer. But it's really nice, like during the cold months, it's really beautiful. So I remember, I think a couple of summers ago, I went with my brother. Loves to go to the waterfalls, and he said, let's go. It was like 10 a.m., shook me awake. I was dreaming about whatever. And he's like, let's go to the waterfall. I didn't know with whom, I didn't know what time it was, but I was like, okay. So I got there, and it was just a couple of like really random of his childhood friends. And then I ran into a friend of mine, and we were just walking through this rocks and through the waterfall and through the jungle with like that really strong smell of marijuana, because and it was just a very magical sight to see the city, to see people just strewn about. And yeah, it was a very unique experience that I don't know when I'm gonna have again, but that was pretty wild.
All right, campers. It's pool day. It's pool day. Are we ready to hit the pool? Does everyone have their swim buddy? Remember, you may not enter the water without telling a counselor who you and your swim buddy are and which pool you will be going to. And remember, no one's allowed in the 5 feet until they've passed the swim test. Carson.
Excuse me.
Oh, wait, let's waterfall lady and then Carson, okay?
Wait, you're supposed to raise your hand. We went for this like 2 weeks. We went over this. Raise your hand, waterfall lady.
I just would like to say that I'm not quite sure what you're all doing at my waterfall here. I live here. I have for years. It's I live at this waterfall. And you're all trying to...
Remember, hi, Jenny from Parks and Recreation. Remember, the camp will be at your waterfall on Tuesdays from May to August. This is our pool. Tuesdays from May till August, the summer camp. Our pool is under construction, so we'll be at your...
Jenny, I'm confused. Who is this?
It's me! It's the fucking waterfall lady!
She's one of the lifeguards, Lil Freddie. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Carson...
in the tree from Mulan?
I live here and I smoke pot every day here.
No
That's
pot
what
at
the
camp.
smell is.
No pot at camp. No pot
I
at
don't
camp.
see any Tupperware. Where are the pots?
Can I try some
Potted
pot?
plant?
Sure, Carson.
All right.
Here
Hey,
you go.
counselors, can I get some counselors?
Forest, aren't we?
Counselors over here with Miss Jenny.
Miss Jenny's pot's good. Pot's good.
What's going on over here?
Brayden, why don't you talk to our campers about the new lifeguard?
Oh, hey, campers. I know your favorite lifeguard from last year is obviously your favorite, but we have someone even better this year. I am not allowed to say what happened to the other guy, but I assure you, the new guy is just as good, and you're gonna like him a lot. I promise.
Excuse me, but I'm the new lady, the waterfall lady, and I actually live here, and I am the lifeguard.
Yep. And everyone must have a swim buddy, but you're not allowed to be partners with the waterfall lady. Is that clear? Is that all right, everybody? I see 3, so we might need a 3 group.
I don't want to partner up with Brayden.
Wait, what? Oh, Freddie, I thought you liked me.
Brayden, you come over to my house and you hang out with my parents, and I don't want to be your swim buddy. Brayden, to be honest, it feels like there's a weird level of intimacy between you and my parents, and I don't feel secure going into a pool with you. I'll say it. I don't feel comfortable that way.
Freddie, you and Counselor Brayden hang out. He's at your house. Brayden, you go to Freddie's house?
He doesn't hang out with me. Only my parents.
Oh.
Dinner party. We have a good time, don't we, Freddie?
I'm not invited to the dinner parties.
I
just hang out outside.
When I was over at Freddie's house, I saw Brayden just traipse in and out of his parents' bedroom all day, and it was really weird because he didn't even say hi to us.
That's really awkward, I've got to say. And I have a bunch of kids in my living room, so I would know. Also, your kid has stolen my pot, and he hasn't given it back. So, Carson, if you would just hand that
Carson, can you give that to me, please, Carson?
I actually wanted to go. I wanted to go swimming real quick. I think I'm just gonna go for a little dip. Little Freddie, we were partners. Do you want to try some of this in the pool?
Well, yeah. I mean, it seems like a day of new things.
I don't
Awesome.
want to be stuck with Brayden. Give me some pot too.
Hey, you guys.
I'm diving in.
Just go down the lazy river. I need a break.
All right.
That
well,
shit's
bottoms
not
up.
free.
Hey,
Wait,
Carla,
can I get some pot too? I don't want to be with Brayden.
I could give you some
Hey.
pot, Carla, if you
I don't want your pot, Brayden.
My pot's good too.
You know what? All my pot's gone, so I'm going to head out, Brayden. Goodbye.
Gotta smoke it by myself.
Braden, I'll actually swim with you for a little bit if you want.
Thanks, Carson. Hey, you want to light one up while we swim?
I'm one step ahead of you.
Hi. I just got a call. Brayden, remember, we're not allowed to be alone with the campers, so I'll go down the lazy river with you too, if you would. What are you
That
doing?
was a setup, you idiot. You were gonna hang out with a little kid all by yourself.
Me? No, we were
Again.
just gonna smoke some pot, get on the lazy. I don't know.
Braden, you're under arrest. You're gonna
What?
have your hands behind your back. Come with me, sir.
Just
The freaking waterfall lady? Who did you think I was? This is the lady that lives in the national park? No.
What an idiot.
We got him, folks.
How? You were all undercover.
Yeah.
You lied to me. I went to
Brayden,
I went to your
this
parents' house.
is
That's right, Braden. It was all of us. Cop number 2, cop 3.
Nice job, boys. Let's take them to the
Marielle.
Were your parents cops too, or were they faking it the whole time?
this
Can't
is
fake some things, Braden.
to catch a
But
predator.
what's real is you going to the slammer.
Let's get him out of here, boys.
Can I say just
Oh,
one thing before you take me away?
Do your worst. Go ahead.
You might have faked a lot of things, but I never faked the way I connected with you kids. That's all I have.
And that's To Catch a Producer on MTV 8 MC Central. Good night, everyone.
Yes, and that's so violent.
Oh wow, that really just happened.
Oh,
And we all watched it, and that's my comments about that. I'd like to welcome Siddharth to the chat. It seems Dad had to go, but it feels like the spirit did not leave. Wow, fantastic. Mike Brennan is keeping us honest in this chat as always. Thank you so much. And we are, let's see, we have something else very exciting next. Rhea?
Yeah, next, Jacob, our lyrical guest, will be reciting another poem. So,
All right, to the moon.
To the moon. I call this one Matcha for Me. Just me reaching for dreams somewhere across the sea. This coffee breeze, this matcha magic, this manic mystery. For the very state of uncertainty which rules my mind, a rank, cavernous cave swallows me in more ways than one. Running, alone, gone, me. A single drop falling into this malicious, pernicious, blood-red sea. Seeing home in matcha latte, feeling right with matcha latte. Away go my worries with matcha latte. And I haven't even bought it yet. Distraught dilemma after dilemma. Oh, when will it stop? Drop and roll at the thought of us chillin' on the weekend. The sight of matcha latte enough to elicit hazy, overwhelming, passionate nothingness. Enough of this, and I haven't even bought it yet. Ugh. For I am a man, the mindless kind who laughs and loves and trips and falls, but never loses sight. My plight. What do I want? These wanton thoughts, lost, looking for much. Emotions running amok because I don't even know why. Lost. No, dunked. No. Drenched in this wispy green whirlpool. Carefully carrying my limp, feeble heart. What does matcha mean? Lifting me to new heights, flying right, delight at the thought of this cantankerous kite riding my skies. Coffee shops are so romantic. I'm pedantic thinking about this big L word. I'm looking for latte. I've been looking for latte. I feel like it's everywhere, and I'm taking my time winding up, finding who's right for me. Who's right for me? Okay. Forget what I said. I think I'm looking for love. Matchmaker, raking the leaves off my heart, reduced to rambling primal desires, trampling smooth sweetness, this epiphany inside of me. Ephemeral emerald, not matcha, but this crescendo, this cadence, this swelling dynamic, this fragrance, stagnant waters, soothing skies, untouched, unmanned, warm brew, perfect, refined shining through the damper clouds, loud heart beating, fleeting, this sensory time, lying back in my chair, staring out into space for my saving grace. Grand gestures, moon, stars. Is it even real to you? Or is it just luck? Thank you.
Woo! That was so beautiful. So smooth. Amazing. And again, we have the great challenge of following a beautiful poem like that. But I think our next performer is up to the task. Rhea, who do we have?
We have David up next performing some stand-up. So everyone, more applause, please.
Woo!
Woo!
Thank you. Okay, so I don't need to remind everybody that we've, been in quarantine, COVID, whatever you want to call it, for last while, last lifetime. It almost feels like, but it's kind of this whole thing has made my inevitable quarter life crisis be expedited. So it's come to me quicker than I ever could have hoped. It's not ideal, of course, and I know a lot of people probably at home have been suffering with the same thing. But it's helped me grow up in a way. It's kind of forced me to grow up, really. For example, I just recently started separating my laundry by color.
Yeah.
I think it's the shorts. So what you have to do is, I never do this, is what you have to do is you have to separate. If you have short sleeve shirts, you have to put those the left side. I think it's the left side with the long sleeve shirts. And if you have a polo, I think it's corduroy. You have to put in like the fabric softener. Okay. I'll ask my mom after this. Okay. Forget the laundry stuff. I haven't really figured that out yet. But that's gonna come with age. That's gonna come with age, like a fine wine, right? I'm gonna figure out what laundry means. But that reminds me that a lot of things come with age, right? The ability to like see someone's features in their children, like that's a 35 plus thing. And I'm not close to unlocking that one yet, but I'm excited to. I really am. But it kind of eases the stresses of aging, knowing that I'm going to acquire these fun achievements along the way. I can't wait, for example, till I'm 40 and I can really start complaining about cancel culture. Me and my 40-year-old buddies are going to really hand it to K-pop Twitter. And then after I'm living my 40s up like that, at 55, I can finally wear my toupee without you being allowed to call me out on it, Jordan. Yeah. It's going to be nice to have that privilege. And then I hear when you turn 65, it just turns out you can believe whatever you want. So, I mean, I'm not one to believe in conspiracy theories. I always shave with Occam's razor. But I think it's going to be really nice to let my freak flag fly and think about UFOs or voter fraud without being held accountable.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Applause for that. And then just 10 years after that, at 75, you're in the clear to just fabricate whatever you want and get away with it scot-free. I mean, I could walk outside and just say, the sky is black and you can't make fun of it. But I don't want you to get the wrong idea here. It's not like everything is bad when you age there. It's not like you're just doing heinous things all the time. I think it was like Voltaire who said, a man of 70 years has the wisdom of of 70 lifetimes. And that's really succinct and that's really meaningful. But of course, Voltaire never said that. That's just one of the many quotes that I will be fabricating in 55 years. But I'm not that old yet. I'm at the ripe age of 20 when I'm simultaneously too old to be treated like a kid and too young to be treated like an adult. So I can't buy alcohol, but God forbid I walk into a Dave & Buster's, the entire planet explodes. So yeah, I guess you could say I'm in the Goldilocks zone. Thanks, everyone.
Woo! 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 That was fantastic. Giving us some things to look forward to down the line. Thanks, David. Speaking of things that we have been looking forward to, and it's now time to do, it is a game that our friends at Cerdena in Pittsburgh, Rose Hill's improv team, first showed us. We played it at a few shows. Tends to be a little bit of a crowd favorite, and it's a club favorite too. It is Sex with Me. Yay! The game, not the action.
Yes, to the moon, yes.
Woo! So to get started, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna make some pithy one-liners for you all about sex with me is like blank, that's your suggestion, and then we're gonna give a fun justification. So to get started, we're gonna need a one-word suggestion for you all if you wanna pop off in that chat. Some waving happening between Mike and Sharon Brennan in the chat. That's very exciting. We'll go up and give some more people shout outs going up. JSN Polar says match a maker. Very exciting. Wow, Mike Brennan really just saves us in this chat. A suggestion that maybe, David, you were sad that we missed earlier, and we can always turn to these. Oh, we have our first one, and it is, of course, from none other than Mike Brennan. Our first suggestion is quarantine. Sex with me is like quarantine. Has led many people to have an existential crisis.
Sex with me is like quarantine. You gotta wear a mask.
Sex with me is like quarantine. It's better to do it alone.
Sex with me is like quarantine. It's a bad habit, but I like to have Netflix on in the back.
Sex with me is like quarantine. It's frustrating, but yeah.
Sex with me is like quarantine. I hate doing it in my parents' house.
Sex with me is like quarantine. A lot of people don't want to do it.
Sex with me is like quarantine. I'm open for outdoor dining.
Sex with me is like quarantine. It's government mandated.
Sex with me is like quarantine. Joe Biden better pay us $2,000 to do it.
Sex with me.
Go ahead.
With me is not like quarantine. It doesn't last this long.
Wait, I was gonna say sex with me is like quarantine. It started in March and it hasn't stopped.
Sex with me is like quarantine. The world's safer for it.
Sex with me is like quarantine. It ruined 40% of monogamous relationships in 2020.
Sex with me is like quarantine. Do you mind if I keep my mask on?
Sex with me is like quarantine. OnlyFans is a pretty good alternative.
Sex with me is like quarantine. At the very top, it was essential to have some sourdough starter.
And on that note, let's pivot to our next suggestion. I see cabinets.
Sex with me is like cabinets. My roommates always leave it open.
Sex with me is like cabinets. Sometimes you need a little lube to get it working just right.
Sex with me is like a cabinet. It's baby proofed.
Sex with me is like a cabinet. Fordham students usually go across the street to buy some.
Sex with me is like a cabinet. I sold it on Facebook Marketplace.
Sex with me is like a cabinet. You just gotta rummage through there.
Sex with me is like a cabinet. The president picks a bunch of guys. I don't know.
Sex with me is like a cabinet. You know, you always got that junk drawer.
Sex with me is like a cabinet. The person who opened it last, like, didn't put everything back in the right spot, so it might all come crashing down on you when you open it.
Sex with me is like a cabinet. It is a committee of senior ministers responsible for controlling government policy.
We'll grab a third suggestion, and this one is for our resident philosopher, Charlie Friedlander. It is philosophy.
Sex with me is like philosophy. It's mandatory because of core.
Sex with me is like philosophy. It's far too difficult for what it tells you, and I still don't understand how it works.
Sex with me is like philosophy. I do a lot of thinking about it, but I don't actually do it.
Sex with me is like philosophy. A lot of guys just disagreed a lot in the past.
Sex with me is like philosophy. It involves a lot of old white dudes.
Sex with me is like philosophy. People have gotten executed for it.
Sex with me is like philosophy. I think, therefore I am. I don't know.
Sex with me is like philosophy. All I know is that I don't know much.
Sex with me is like philosophy. It's gone downhill since freshman year of college.
And on that positive note, that's sex with me. Wow, great job, everyone. We are on to our last major performance component of the show, and then you'll find out who won the raffles. Julianne, why don't you take it away?
I sure will take it away, and make sure that you're filling out that Google form if you haven't yet. So our final game of the night is long awaited. It is the subreddit. The very theme of this show was born on that wonderful little site. So we just really owe it to them. We'd like to really do this in your honor subreddit. So basically, we're going to get a couple of crazy enthusiasts together to talk about like anything of your choosing. So if we could just get another suggestion in the chat for what you would like our forum to be about, and we can get this show on the road. And we are filling time to catch up with the live stream. Yeah.
Julianne, what did you do today?
For sure. I went to class.
Wow.
I cut out some fabric for
Fantastic.
this dress.
Oh, wow.
And I hung out with my brothers. And that was my day.
It's a great day.
Oh, geez. More suggestions in the chat.
Yeah, feel free to pop off with those. They can be more than one word suggestion this time, like a proper noun or like a phrase.
A non-political issue. No, I'm kidding.
I could sing again.
Also don't have a suggestion, you can feel free to take this time to connect with us on LinkedIn or like write yourself like a note to connect with us on LinkedIn. Oh,
I see. Carnival.
Thanks, Marielle.
Thank you, Marielle. And with that, we will get on our way. Ooh.
Well, hello everybody. My name's Jingles, the clown from that carnival down the street on Holberry Street in my town, which is Stocksbury Lane, Stateville. But here, we're outside of that realm into a more technological realm of carnival subreddits. I know some of us have a few questions about carnivals, and some people here are enthusiasts. So I'd love everybody to have a good, solid foundation. Would anybody like to start first? I can't see everybody, so please say something if you want to say something.
Yeah, I can go next.
Okay,
I'm
thank you.
Clownboy22. I just dropped out of business school, looking to get into the clown game. I admire your work a lot, Jingles Clown. So I'm happy to pick your brains and really get into this carnival atmosphere and just like really like get my clown on. Yeah.
Absolutely. Feel free to ask me any questions. I've been in the business for 40 years. I know the ins and outs of how to speak Carney. So feel free to ask anything. Anybody else have some sort of intro statements?
Yeah, Jingles Clown, huge fan. My name is Carniv Gal because, carnivals are just one big party. Am I right? No. But in all seriousness, thanks, Clownboy22. In all seriousness, I have been to 573 carnivals within the last 3 years. And it's just like kind of who I am now, being like an avid carnival goer. You have heard of booze cruises. Those are like kind of out of trend for me. Like I did those, I'm past that now, and now I just like get drunk and party at carnivals. So excited to be here, sober.
Are you in a carnival right now?
Yeah. This is like this really weird booth that they had that was like just 4 white walls. I'm in like into experimental carnivals right now. So it's just four white walls and then one picture of the First Wives Club, and that's it. That's the whole attraction.
I think I've heard of it. It's called the Silent Carnival.
Yes.
Like silent disco, but in your own. I totally get it. Anybody else love the intros? Carney time?
Hi. Yeah. I'm Carney time. It's because what's the right time to go to the carnival? All the time. So of course. Similarly to my pal Carniv Gal, I go to them all the time. I'm a little bit newer. I'm still testing them out. I've only been to like 150. Maybe more if I'm counting like some baby carnivals that I went to as a child, but I don't know.
Oh, fetal carnivals.
Yeah.
Fetal carnivals? Okay.
Yeah,
That's
they
awesome.
were interesting. I don't really remember them, which is probably good. But I really just am excited to be here. I love carnivals.
Well, that's great. It seems like we got a Technicolor dream coat of fellas over here. Which one of you guys, fellas? Casey? My darling Casey.
Hi, I'm Casey. I'm a big fan of running some carnivals. Just like Clownboy 22, I also went to business school and clown school. Well, that's just business school, But anyways, I was wondering if any of you guys had any tips for improving my increase in sales at the carnivals. Right now, we're doing a program where the balloon ones, you gotta like do the darts. Yeah, 90% of those balloons don't pop. And we've seen just outrageous sales. I don't know.
That's amazing.
Have I got an idea for you? So hi, I'm Sajani from Sajani Snow Cones, or as some people like to call them, sus cones. They're totally not laced with anything. But Casey, you have one of my trucks at your carnivals and I'll cut you in for 20%. And a free cone on me.
Thank you. Is that one not laced either?
Oh, totally. And, Carnigal was totally not at my truck like 20 minutes ago.
Can you guys hear the music too? Is it this loud for you?
Wow. Wow. I'm thoroughly impressed by these business tactics. I was going to say, just like get everyone to throw some pennies into some bottles, and if they can get it in, like give them a I don't know, a rubber band, but that's even better.
Why
Yeah, I
pennies
just want.
when it can be dollar coins? That's what you gotta do.
See, that's why I'm slowing down in the business. I got all these other fellas that are better than me.
To the moon.
I mean, Carnival is like feeling sound right now. So
It's in every cell of my body.
That's
I
great.
love the vibes of that carnival sound. The lo-fi merry-go-round beats. That is a modern carnival right there.
Indeed. And I would love to invest in any new carnival businesses, Casey, that you have. You know, if you're opening up one for just clowns, I'm here for you. I can manage. And Sajani snow cones, sus cones, those seem delicious. I'd love one. But, you know, maybe for another time when we're physically in person, unlike Carnival, who's astral projecting. But I mean, what is carnivaling? I think Carnival, I cannot pronounce things. I think she has it together. I think she's the ultimate goer of the carnivals. And
Do you guys want to project here? You should all just project here and join me. It's a party.
It's almost like the carnival is like a mindset, and we're like always in the carnival, right?
Yeah. It's a way of life.
Also, for Sajani snow cones, I think you should make some like to go. I would totally buy those and just like take them to go.
Yeah, actually, Jingles Clown, I was thinking of having some investors meet to start a delivery business where, you know, the drivers are totally not on the cones. I mean, you gotta test the product. You know what I mean?
And I
agree.
I know a couple fellas who have a few clown cars that could fit quite a few amounts of snow cones in. So don't worry about it. I got you.
That's perfect. Honestly, you know what? Let's schedule a meeting. A free cones on me for everyone. You know, you get to choose what you want, THC, DMT, whatever. But you know, just let me know when. We can do it over Zoom. I can have someone get it to you. We could do it WebEx, whatever works.
How about this? Add me on LinkedIn and we'll do a WebEx. I feel like that'll be ultimate stonks business, because business is business. Am I right?
Business is business.
Wait, Carnival, are you? It seems like your little 4-room wall is sinking in water.
It's definitely up to my knees by now, but I don't think that really changes the experience. I've got a cup, so I'm good.
Oh my gosh, that is so cutting edge. That is so rad. We need people like Carnival in the business to just blow carnivals out of the water. The water. Oh my goodness.
Indeed.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Like, carnivals can be so boring if they aren't done right. And Carnival is just showing how carnivals should be done. So, Casey, for your future carnival business, just look at Carnival and just do what she's doing.
Hey, man.
Bro, I think that
if those cones of Sajani get me anywhere close to where Carnival is at right now, I'll take 20. I'll cut my losses.
You know, I got a great turkey leg guy on speed dial too. We do a whole setup at every carnival that my trucks are at. You know, we got the snow cones on one side, the turkey legs on the other. As soon as those munchies hit, you already know where to go.
Oh, that's delicious. That's delicious. Well,
you know what? I think that we were really productive today. We got some great ideas. We're going to just revolutionize carnivals. And I'm going to go because I think Carnival is about to die, and I'm going to find where she is and bail her out of that water tank.
Yeah, I'm going to call the police.
I'm going to go find Carnival too, except to...
I got to schedule some meetings.
I shouldn't call the police because I'm a convict. I got to go.
And that's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yikes. Wow. Thank you all for going on that journey with us. And to reward you, David, I think we may or may not have some winners of the raffle. Are we not there yet?
If you provide me a somewhat long drum roll / build up, I think I'll have those answers for you.
Okay.
Natalie, can you explain the stock market while David's working?
I'm running the numbers.
Sure. So like money's a construct, right? And like we all buy into this construct together and like give it meaning, and like so do the institutions around us, and like we put our faith in them, and it's like totally chill because none of them have ever acted in ways that have like been nefarious or like hurt anybody ever. And so then I think like some things like go up and other things go down, and then there's something with like a bull involved, and I think a bear is the other one. So Johnny's brother did try to explain this to us once after a stove show, and all I remember is that there was a bear involved. Oh, and it looks like we have the winners of the raffle.
Market just closed. I got the results for you.
How did you, David? You were really down to the wire there. So first up, can I get a drum roll for the winner of the $25 Books Inc. gift card? It is a fan favorite in the chat. It is Sharon Brennan, who has won the Books Inc. gift card. Congratulations.
Yay, Mom!
Sharon!
To the
Hey, this is biased. No, I'm kidding.
Wow. We really just love our chat followers, and love the work and the labor that they put into this. And if you thought that the people related to people in this show or connected to them, the gift card stopped there, you'd be wrong, because our $25 Earth Hero gift card goes to Charlie's girlfriend, Riley. Yay! Round of applause. Wow, and there is a
Is she coming?
Exciting.
Speech.
Wow, this is just like time and space collapsing on themselves. So exciting. And I know you're all waiting for this is the big one, everybody, the $50 Target gift card. I apologize in advance because I don't know if you're connected to someone in the club, so I can't say that. And I also don't know how to pronounce your last name. Meg Shanes? Yes?
I would like to say that Meg is my great friend who I discovered a dead chicken underneath of a tree with, and we've known each other since freshman year. Congratulations, Meg. I'm so proud of you.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. We're so proud, yes, of you, Meg, and of you, Riley, and of you, Sharon. We love you all. Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight. Another huge thanks to our host, Rhea, and our lyrical guest, Jacob. Give them a big round of applause.
Yes.
Some claps, some cheers. And lastly, to all of you for giving us fantastic suggestions and fantastic commentary. Big hearts all around. We love you. We couldn't do this without you. I know it's at the end of the list, and I said last, but really, the show cannot close without giving Casey Brennan another round of praise, because she did it all for this show and it wouldn't exist without her. If you are new to Stoves and you want to like see more or like find out more about us or come to a meeting, hey, just like reach out to us on social media via DM or an email. We are at Stoves Cabin Crew on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. Our Gmail is stovescabincrew@gmail.com. That's right, they're all the same. Or we'll start our meetings next Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. So just reach out and give us your email, and we will be sure to add you to the list so you can get the link.
And furthermore, you can all connect with us on LinkedIn.
There you go, Charlie. Full circle. Wow, way to wrap it up. That was fantastic. Okay, if no one else has anything they'd like to add.
Hire me, please.
Yes, there you go. Hire all of us. We can come as a club. We can come as individuals. We can come in any permutation of a group that you would like to see. So we're really all there for you. Okay. If there's nothing else, thanks everyone. Have a great rest of your night, a great weekend, a happy Valentine's Day. May you all get the love that you deserve. And we will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Bye.